Roughly 2 hours and 26 minutes ago, the United States Supreme Court started a new case between former President Donald J. Trump and the Supreme Court of Colorado. And they're actually entertaining this bullshit. Back in December, apparently, Colorado was successful in removing the former president from the Republican primary ballot, all due to Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment. That's what this entire argument is about. And don't get me wrong, just like this picture above NBC suggests, yes, this is all a bunch of bullshit, there is their caveats to it as well, because they do have a 1 in a million chance of being successful. And the left theory goes, if they can prevent Trump from being on Colorado's ballot, they're going to do this all over the country, and he won't even be a candidate. So in case you're new around here, I am about to do a news speed run. I'll take a couple of the stories of the day. I'll compile the details down in the cliff notes. And if you want more, down in the description box will be links to where I found my articles. Having said that, Supreme Court signals skepticism of Colorado's removal of Trump from ballot. The U.S. Supreme Court on Thursday signaled skepticism that Colorado had the power to remove former President Donald Trump from the Republican primary ballot because he was trying to overturn the 2020 election results. If anybody remembers what really happened that day, there were about actually 50 people that ended up rioting that day. And wouldn't you believe it, the greater majority that were caught turned out to be from the left. But nobody remembers what they have to remember, they just remember what they want to remember. Oral arguments in front of the 9 justices began after 10 a.m., and that was 2 hours and 28 minutes ago. I'm in Ohio, by the way, and could last for several hours. Both conservative and liberal justices pressed the attorney for Colorado and another for Trump about the power of the state to act to remove the former president under the provision of the Constitution. This case could have broad implications if Trump loses because the state could follow suit, placing hurdles in the way of his attempt to regain his presidency in the fall. The Supreme Court, which has 6-3 conservative majority, will take several novel, consequential legal issues concerning Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment, enacted in the wake of the Civil War. So this is what the argument's about right here. Under that provision, aimed at preventing former Confederates from returning to the power of the U.S. government, anyone who has previously served as an officer of the United States and then engaged in insurrection would be barred from holding federal office. Because not only is Trump a Nazi, a Confederate, I'm pretty sure he's a mystic, mind-reading, whistle-blowing werewolf somewhere also on that. Mitchell contended that one of his arguments that even if the provision were to bar a candidate from holding office, that would not prevent him from being on the ballot. They're actually entertaining this bullshit. Justice Sonia Sotomayor asked if that meant a presidential candidate could not be removed from the ballot if they ran for a third term, which is barred by the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution. He's never had a third term. I don't know why they're trying to argue the 22nd Amendment in this one, but I looked it up. The 22nd Amendment actually happens to say, and only, that no person shall be elected to the office for more than 2 terms. So the fact that they're even bringing this up is concerning to me, because this should be a no-brainer. There's a difference between insurrection and a riot, for one thing. But, like, you have to go through so many leaps and bounds to suggest that Trump had anything to even do with it. There was 2 whole years where Antifa and Black Lives Matter were rioting everywhere. And I gotta be real, like, one of the bigger names during that time in the news calling for unrest was Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And even me as a conservative, I wouldn't say that that was insurrection. It was stupid as shit. But this has been Joshua Schrock. I hope you like, I hope you subscribe. Thank you for your time.